Alright, so welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we are going to go over the different weapons that have been used in, well, seeing as I don't have, I had to borrow some for this one, but we're going to go over the weapons used in World War II and Vietnam. And since on, Vietnam, Desert Storm, stuff like that. So, with that being said, it is Memorial Day. So, if you know a veteran, thank them. Thank them for their service because all gave some and some gave all. Um, I am, my great grandfather was in World War II. My grandfather was in Vietnam. My great grandfather's, actually, I had another great grandfather in World War II. I had three great grandfathers in World War II and another one that was in World War One. If I know that correctly, that goes a little far back. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get this party started. So, I'm going to start with my personal favorite, and this one has a special place in my heart. Uh, Now, this is what my great grandfather carried, and he would swear by it, and a lot of the U.S. soldiers would. It's a 30-06 in block clip fed. Ready for it? M1 Garand. Look at that beauty. This is my pride and joy. When I die of this rifle, I want buried with me. So this right here, this is what the Americans use, and a lot of Americans, when they get over there, they would trade in their Thompsons for this. They would trade in anything for this because this was just the peak of American ingenuity. 30-06, 8 rounds, and as soon as it, semi-automatic. So when it fire the last round, it go ping, and an iconic noise. Anybody that's ever played Call of Duty or watched any war movie has heard that ping. This was actually used in the Korean War as well, if I'm correct. Um, this one, this is a special place in my heart. Call me bias, I don't care. This one war. Well, this one particularly didn't, but we're not going to count Japan in that one. Forgive me, I'm sorry. But this makes me giddy. I love this rifle. This is absolute. I want to take a deer with this rifle, but she might just, I might not do that to her. Old girl. She's seen it all, done it all. And so 8 rounds, pow, 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 ping. Load the next one in, but you got to watch out for the grand thumb. And I am willing to risk my thumb just to show you. Actually, on second thought, I don't want to do that with a loaded magazine in the house. So safety first. But that's her. That's the beauty right there. 30-06 goodness. Love it to absolute death. When you, and I'll do it. When you throw the one in, always keep a little bit of pressure, and then it loads, and you're ready to rock and roll. So, just beauty, 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 beauty. Love this rifle. Absolutely love it. And I will gently put her to the side real quick. Just like that. Yeah, I'll start doing that. All right, so, and M block clip, 8 rounds, 30-06, 150 grain. Now, a word of warning to anyone wanting to get one of these. One, they are very rare to come across now. Very expensive, very hard to get. Two, so the ammunition used in the original M1 Garand is completely different than what we use today, 30-06. So this is a modern 30-06. This is 180 grain soft point. Do not put this in that rifle because you will tear it up. You may hurt yourself. It's just the pressure difference is too much. So now I've heard people say that you use modern 150 grain ammunition. I would do a little bit of research on that, and I'll look into it and put it in the comment section later. But that's her. That's my sweetheart. I got a soft spot for that one. So now we move on to a secondary favorite, and this is one of the ones I had to borrow. I had to borrow all of them except for the M1 Garand. So the Mosin Nagant. Now this is a 7.62 by 5.4R if I'm correct, and this is the bullet. So that is so a lipped essentially 30 caliber bullet. You know, so the Russians use metric system. Here in America, we speak Americanese. So yeah, same caliber as a 30-06, different casing. So, but that is a thing of beauty. And this one was actually built, if I'm correct, 1930. So this one is pre World War II. It was made quality. I believe it was made by Tula. And it's got all the stamps on it. You know, this is a piece of history right here. And I believe it's Tula, but I'm not going to waste too much time looking for it. So, you know, this one was an internal magazine. Straight up, back, fed them in, boom, lock, you ready to rock and roll. This is the long barrel. I'm back. So, now we move on to the more modern rifles. Well, I say modern rifles. One was built in 1947, and we'll get over that in a minute. But this is an AR-15. This is designed to look just like the M16. You know, it's got the carry handle. It's got the metal magazine. You know, now this is not an M16. It's got a 16. Well, no, actually, yeah, this is a 16-inch barrel. I believe the M16 came with a 20-inch barrel. This one also has an adjustable stock, whereas the original M16 had a fixed stock. Now, also another one is the magazine. This is a 30-round magazine. The original M16s, I believe, came with a 20. I'm not 100% on that. Don't quote me, but I'll look into it, and it's worth noting. Now, like I said, this one is set up to look like an M16. So, got your A2 gas block sight, iron sights. You know, your carry handle also has a peep sight in the rear. Try to do that without pointing it at myself. I don't know if you can see it there, but right there. So, you know, iron sights are pretty good. And the M16 came with a 3-round burst. They thought that would save on ammunition. They went with the 223 for the simple fact that they thought, you know, less weight, carry more ammunition. And for the most part, that was right. But not really in the case of magazine, you know. So I will put this in the magazine. I will not load it. I'm going to set it to the side to show you the other one. But yes, this was, like I said, the M16 style was, that's what we carried. That's what the Americans carried. Like I said, this is more of a carbine. This one is more based around the M4 modern. And, you know, we still use the M4. You know, 16-inch barrel, you know, adjustable stocks. Most of your M4s now don't really, they have the Picatinny rail, which this one actually has a Picatinny rail. I just got this because, you know, I like the look of the original M16. And, you know, they're good rifles, you know. Bolts comes open, they're easy to take apart, clean. Got your drop there. You've got your, and just to show you, so when you run out of ammunition, when you fire that last round, your bolt will hold open. You've got a switch here. When you drop that magazine, you load the next one in. You hit that, and she loads. So that's the M16 style, technically M4, but just to show you what it looks like. This is what our boys carried during Vietnam. Now, set that to the side. Now I can show you. Now, this is what our enemies carried. This is a Kalashnikov. Now, we call it AK-47. You know, this one does not have the original furniture. I don't believe there was any, you know, Vietnamese, you know, whatever you want to call them, Viet Cong. I don't really know, but this was not the furniture they carried. It was just regular wood stock, but very simple. This was built in well, not this one, but this design came out in 1947. Thus, the AK-47. Now this one's got a 30-round magazine, which what it usually came standard with. You know, you got your iron sights. The old ones had a fixed stock, so just for the sake of it, I will leave this stock. You know, this is all new furniture on this one, but you have this. which was your safety. So all the way down was fire. Halfway up, which this one won't do it, but just to show you, halfway up was, I believe, full auto, and all the way to the top was the safety. The bolt couldn't come back. So, and you know, this magazine's empty. So just to show you, cock it. Hey. Oh, because I have an empty magazine. So I apologize for that one. So yeah, that's what our enemies carried, and that's what we were up against. And you know, our enemies, you know, a lot of those rifles were produced back in the day, and a lot of our enemies still use them to this day. Some of our special forces use them because they like the 7.62 round. This is a 30 caliber bullet, smaller casing, and then, you know, and just to show you the difference in what we use now and, you know, what we've been using, this is what we use. 223 fast bullet, 7.62. Now look at the size difference of the bullet, and it's a 22, it's a 30. Now the 223 will get the job done, but I have talked to quite a few people that say, you know, over in you know, Iraq, Afghanistan, places like that, with the 223 it would take a couple of rounds before the enemy was deceased. You'd have to pop them, pop them, pop them. This one good place round, it was over with. Now this was not designed for accuracy. This was designed to throw lead quickly at your enemies, and you know, it carries some power behind it, and you know, so that's all something to think about. So, you know, with all that being said, that is the showcase of the firearms of, you know, World War II and you know, Vietnam and so forth and so on. There are different weapons, but I'm not a rich man by no means. I had to borrow these just to show y'all, and so yeah, so you know, there were multiple weapons, but some of them you can't own. I can't buy a legitimate MP40. They're full auto. You can't have them. Yeah, I can't buy a fully automatic AK. Can't buy a M16, a real M16 or M4. You know, I just can't own them. I have to have semi-automatic weapons, and that's the law. And we're not going to get into politics. Y'all know I want to stay as far away from politics as possible. So, with all that being said, happy Memorial Day, everybody. I hope y'all have a good day, and remember the ones that didn't make it home, and honor the ones that are here. You know, shake their hand, say thank you, buy them a beer, buy them a burger. You know, show gratitude, because you know, a lot of them gave up a lot, and a lot of them didn't come back home, and you know, that's the price you pay, and it is unfortunate, but that is the reality of life sometimes. So if you know someone, whether, you know, a World War II veteran, a Vietnam veteran, Korean War, it doesn't matter. Even if it's Grenada, you know, I don't think Grenada was like 8 hours, but still, you know, shake their hand, thank them for their service. Don't intrude on them. I'm sure they'll be happy to, you know, oblige you on that, but don't intrude on them. Just show some appreciations, and we will see y'all on the next one.